Hey Booktube, I'm Lisa and today I'm doing the new To Booktube tag. So basically this tag was created as a way for new booktubers to introduce themselves to the community. I'm going to be answering 15 questions about myself and why I want to join Booktube and all that jazz. So let's do this. Number 1, where are you joining us from? I am from the Bay Area of California. Number 2, how old are you? I'm 25. Number 3, why did you join Booktube? I've always been really interested in YouTube and making videos since I was legit like a teenager. I never really thought that I had enough to say to have a channel, so I never made one. In 2012, I think, I started a book blog, but recently it's been feeling a little, I kind of want something new, so I'm trying Booktube. Number 4, what is the meaning behind your channel name? So my blog was called Lisa Likes Books, and I basically just brought that over here. My name is Lisa, and I like books. That's basically it. Number 5, what type of books do you read and want to talk about here? In general, I read mostly YA. I do read some adult and some nonfiction and other stuff like that sometimes, but for the most part, I'm always reading within the YA demographic. As far as genres go, I'll read just about anything. I'm very much a mood reader. You know, sometimes I'll be very into paranormal, sometimes I'll be very into fantasy series, sometimes I just really want that good contemporary. It depends, honestly. Number 6, who are some of your favorite authors? So as far as I can remember, the very first YA author that I read was Sarah Destin. And to this day, she holds a very huge place in my bookish heart. I still consider her one of my favorites. And except for her most recent book, I've read all of her books and I own, I think, most of them. In the past couple of years, I also found Kat Winters, and I really liked her first 2 books. She has more out that I haven't read yet, but I am so positive that they're going to be great. I really like her writing. Number 7, what's the last book you read? The last book I read was Fortunately the Milk by Neil Gaiman. Number 8, what are you currently reading? I've been working on City of Heavenly Fire by Cassandra Clare for a couple of weeks now. I'm not that far in, but I'm really enjoying it. I don't want the series to end though. I think that's the reason why I'm dragging my feet. I'm also reading Graffiti Moon by Kat Crowley. Number 9, what do you use for bookmarks? For the most part, I use receipts that I get from the library or just like random scraps of paper that are conveniently hanging around. Lately, I've started using these magnetic bookmarks, and I think they're really cool. I don't know. I like them a lot. I also tend to use 2 bookmarks. One that marks where I started in the day, and then another one that marks where I am currently while I'm reading, just because I like seeing that progress. I don't know why, it's just like a weird thing I do. Number 10, show us your current TBR pile. The thing with me is I'm very much a mood reader. I don't really like making TBR piles for myself because I don't generally stick with them. I'll have like a stack of books that I want to read, and then I'll just go read something else anyway. I often have books checked out from the library, and those tend to take a higher priority than the ones that I have on my shelf. Number 11, which do you prefer? Hardcovers or paperbacks? Ebooks or physical books? Owning books or borrowing books? I don't really have a love for hardcovers or paperbacks. Paperbacks physically are easier for me to hold and to read, so I like those more, but at the same time, I think hardcovers look better on my shelves. When it comes down to buying books, I just decide by the cover. If the cover is the same on the paperback as it is on the hardcover, I'll just buy the paperback. I definitely like physical books more than ebooks. I don't really like to buy ebooks, but I'll definitely check them out from the library. I think they do have a place in my reading life. I like to lie down and read with them, and it's also a lot easier to travel with an ebook than it is a physical book. I like to own books, but I do go to the library a lot. So if I have a little bit of doubt if I'll actually like a book, I'm going to borrow it. But if it's by an author that I love or in a genre that I'm really excited for or anything like that, then I'll just go ahead and buy it. Number 12, what book or series got you into reading? As a kid, I read a lot of picture books, and I remember Super Fudge being like my thing. I loved Super Fudge. As I got older and went into middle school, I remember reading Someone Like You by Sarah Destin, and I really fell in love with it, but I didn't know that it was YA. I craved more YA, but I didn't even know that it was like a demographic or there was any other books like that. I just kind of stumbled around the library like, where can I find more books like this? And I didn't really find any. I went through like a period when I was a teenager where I wasn't reading as much, and then Twilight came into my life and I ate it up. I read that whole series. I loved all the movies. I got super obsessed. But it also started my reading obsession in my adult life. Number 13, how did you discover BookTube? To be honest, I don't really remember. Obviously, I had my book blog, and so that introduced me to the book community, and I must have just found a video from there somehow. I do remember early on I saw Books and Quills, I believe, and the readables probably, but I don't even know like what video was the first one I saw. Number 14, what challenges do you think you'll face with your own channel? Motivation will probably be my biggest hurdle. Even when I feel like reading, if my work life gets too busy or if I have a lot of things to do in my personal life, I get really lazy. And so I'll start saying things like, oh, I want to read, but that takes too much mental power right now. I'm going to fall asleep. So I usually like say, oh, I'll lie down and take a nap, or maybe I'll play some Destiny for a little while, or watch a movie, or something like that. So I think keeping myself going forward with reading and saying like, yes, you have time for this, Lisa, is probably going to be the biggest thing. Also, a petty thing, my computer is so old, it crashes every time I try to do anything really graphics intensive. So hopefully that won't be a hurdle, but it probably will be. Number 15, where else can we find you? You can find me on Twitter and Instagram as Lisa Likes Books. It's just Lisa Likes Books in plain English. There's no special spellings or squigglies or anything weird like that. I also have a blog at lisalikesbooks.wordpress.com. I don't really post there anymore, but there are a bunch of old book reviews and posts and fun stuff like that. Anyway, if you made it through this video, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys are having a great day. I'm really hungry. I'm gonna go get something to eat. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!